Once upon a time, in a bright city called Hilltown, there was a big company where many people worked hard every day. The boss was a rich man named Mr. Roberts. He was kind and paid his workers well at the end of every month. Among the workers were 4 close colleagues, Ben, David, Lucy, and Tom. They all worked in the same office, laughed together, and helped each other whenever someone was in need. But there was one problem: Ben was very stingy. Even though he had a side hustle that brought him extra money, he never helped anyone. He would buy himself good food, nice shoes, and fine clothes, but when his friends were hungry or broke, he would pretend not to hear them. One Friday afternoon, after they all received their monthly salaries, Lucy said, "Ben, can you please lend me a little money? My mother is sick, and I'll pay you back next month." Ben didn't even look up. He kept typing and said, "I don't have money to waste. You should plan better next time." David sighed and said quietly, "Ben, it's good to help when you can. Life turns like a wheel." Ben laughed loudly. "Huh? Life turns, but I don't turn with it. I worked hard for my money. Everyone should mind their own pocket." Tom looked at him and said, "One day, you will understand that money means nothing if you have no heart." Ben just smiled proudly and walked away. Ben had a small business where he sold phone accessories after work. He made good profit every week, but he told no one. He ate the best food, wore the best suits, and even rented a bigger house than his colleagues. Yet when others needed help, he would say, "Sorry, I'm broke." Sometimes, he even laughed at them. When Lucy's shoes tore, he said, "Maybe you should save better." When David's child fell sick, he said, "It's not my problem." His friends grew tired of asking him for anything. They stopped visiting him and stopped sharing their troubles. One sunny morning, their boss, Mr. Roberts, surprised everyone with a gift. He said, "You all have worked hard this year, so I bought lottery tickets for each of you. Who knows, luck may smile on you." Everyone was happy and thanked him. They each took their ticket home. The next day, the lottery results came out. When Tom checked his number, he dropped his phone and shouted, "I won. I won." He had won a big prize, 50 million naira. His friends were so happy for him. Lucy cried tears of joy. David hugged him tightly. But Ben only smiled bitterly and said, "You're lucky, Tom. Don't forget, people change when they get rich." Tom looked at him kindly and said, "Don't worry, Ben. I will still be the same." Tom became a millionaire overnight. He didn't stop coming to work right away. Instead, he used his money to help others. He bought medicine for Lucy's sick mother. He paid David's child's school fees. He gave food to the poor people on the street. Everyone began to call him Tom the Kind. When Ben saw all this, he thought maybe Tom would give me something too. But Tom didn't say a word to him. He only smiled politely whenever Ben came around. After some time, Tom decided to open his own company. He invited Lucy and David to work with him. He gave them big salaries and treated them well. But he didn't invite Ben. One day, Ben came to Tom's office and said, "My friend, remember me? I was your colleague. I need a job. Things are not going well for me." Tom looked at him and said softly, "Ben, do you remember when Lucy needed help? When David was in trouble? You had more than enough, but you closed your hands. Now you want open hands from me." Ben bent his head in shame. "Please, Tom. I have nothing left." Tom sighed and said, "I will not hate you, Ben. But I will teach you a lesson. You see, money is like a seed. If you plant kindness, it grows. But if you keep it locked away, it dies." He gave Ben a small amount to start over, but not the big job he wanted. Ben took the money quietly and left, his heart heavy with regret. As months passed, everyone in Hilltown talked about how Tom's kindness changed his life. He became rich, respected, and loved by all. Ben, on the other hand, learned the hard way. His side hustle collapsed, and he struggled to survive. He finally understood that being stingy brings no blessing. One afternoon, he met Lucy and David at the market and said, "My friends, I have learned my lesson. I was proud and selfish, but now I know that a kind hand never goes empty. They forgave him and wished him well, but things were never the same again.